Hi, everybody. Hey, we're live. It's me, Brad Tassell. By the way, I have a quick question. How do you throw away a trash can? They just keep leaving it. They won't take it. Let's start the show.
In a cabin going crazy cause a flu that's worse than swine swept the planet, so damn it, here we are in quarantine.
Hello, and welcome to Virtual Comedy Show. Here are some etiquette guidelines for Virtual Comedy Show. Please arrive 15 minutes early. Please be quiet, except for laughing. We've been a Zoom meeting civilization for more than a year. Come on, you know the drill. Just be polite. We would like to see your face as part of the audience. Let's be social, not just distant. So get comfortable, plan to laugh, but not heckle, and let's make our strange quarantined world a bit more normal for a little while. Thanks, and enjoy the Virtual Comedy Show.
Hey, everyone! It's time for the Virtual Comedy Show, starring Brad Tassell.
That's me.
And Steve Goody.
I like those
Tonight,
guys.
Brad and Steve welcome their very special guest,
Maz Jobrani!
live from their respective quarantined homes. And now, please welcome Brad Tassell.
Hey! It's wild, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm Brad Tassell, and I'm back in the big theaters. Come on, let's hear it.
Yay.
Wow, that's okay. Everybody's gone mute. Thank you very much. Hey, you know what? Usually, right now, I jump right into the greatest monologue you ever heard. But let's add our special guest, Maz Jobrani. Hi, Maz. It's nice to meet you. I'm Brad Tassell. I have one quick question, and it's Steve. Goody. Steve, I have one quick question for you, and then we're going to let you go right to your act, because I have heard that you have gotten the message on what my monologues are like, and you don't want any part of it.
No part at all. Thank
Part of
you.
it. Okay, Steve, do you have a quick question for Maz before we go?
Yeah, why did you agree to do this? No, don't answer that. Just do your show.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Maz Jobrani, go ahead, and then you can get out to dinner.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, beautiful people on this Zoom. I appreciate that. Steve, you asked, why did I do this? And as you were asking it, I was thinking the same thing. Because as I look at the numbers on this Zoom, there's 12 of us. We could have done this. This could have been a conference call. We don't need Zoom. There's the guys. What is? I don't know if you heard, the pandemic's over. That's what I heard. I mean, we can leave. You don't need to stay. Get out. Oh my God, guys. First of all, I'll tell you something, Steve. I don't know what it's like. So it was a year ago when we started doing these Zoom shows, and it was interesting as a comedian doing a Zoom show. Now, you people, if you're not a comedian or you're not a performer, you might not have experienced this. But as comedians, when we are in comedy clubs and somebody would get up and walk out, in our minds, as they're walking out, we would watch them walking out, and we think, oh, they're going to go to the bathroom or go smoke or whatever they're doing, and they'll come back. That was the hope we had in our minds when somebody got up in a regular audience and walked out. On Zoom, when they leave, you see the count going down. And it's the most depressing thing in the world. You're like, I only had 13 people. Now I got 12? What did I do? Why are you leaving? Don't leave me, please. And the other thing, I don't know, you guys have been experienced. First of all, to this now, obviously some of us are still Zooming, right? We got a Zoom. I'm doing my podcast on Zoom. I don't mind doing it. But we run into that guy. Once in a while, we run into that guy or girl, whoever it is, who's been a year and a half after the pandemic started. You get on Zoom, and they still don't know how to work Zoom. Have you run into that person?
Oh, yeah.
Where and they start talking, and they're going, and you're going, you're on mute. And they go, what? Mute. And then they're going, hi. And they're going, how do I unmute? The button, the microphone on the bottom. Where have you been? Drives me nuts. What have you been doing for a year and a half? How are you not a master of Zoom technical support ability? We all should be able to just right now. We should all be able to work Zoom like it's nothing. And that's one frustrating thing. The other thing that's frustrating about Zoom, this is my own personal issue. Every time I get on Zoom, you guys, I try to look at everyone else that's on there, but inevitably my eyes always go back to my own face. And I start looking, and I see every fault on my face. I'm like, what's going on with my eyes? I think why are they closing up my eye? If you notice, it's closing up there. And then I look closer. I go, what's going on with my eyebrows? I don't have any eyebrows. And I've been on so many meetings where I'm not paying attention. I'm just paying attention to myself and my faults. And by the end, they go, what'd you think of the meeting? I go, I think I need plastic surgery. That's what I think. I swear, in all honesty, I'm thinking when it's all done, I'm gonna go and get like a nice facelift so that, you know, they lift your face, and then have them give me eyebrows, give me a nice thin nose, some hair. And I live in Los Angeles, so everyone gets work done, but they don't admit it. So I gotta learn how to answer when they go, Maz, did you get any work done? I'll be like, no, I've been juicing. But you have breasts. I drank elderberry juice. Listen, guys, here's the point. I know Steve from back in the day. We took acting class together. And back then, Steve, I don't know what your dreams were, what you wanted to, but I knew this is it, right? I thought when I first started, I wanted to be a movie star. I wanted to get like awards. Now I'm sitting in front of a light, one of these lights, you know, you see the reflection of the light? I got what are they called? Ring
light.
What's it called?
Ring light.
I'm sitting in front of a ring light trying to be an influencer. Do you understand what's happened in this world? It's gone upside down. Guys, I got into comedy not to have a desk job. Now I'm sitting at a desk telling jokes. What happened? What happened? Oh my God. Remember when the pandemic first started? Every time they mentioned a symptom, I thought I had it. Every time. They'd come on TV, they'd be like, if you have an itchy throat, you might have the coronavirus. Right away, I was like, I think. Right away. Every symptom they mentioned, I swear, they go, if you have an achy body, you might have the coronavirus. Guys, I'm 49 years old. I've been aching for 15 years. I called the CDC. I said, I think I'm patient 0. Send somebody. Listen. My biggest pet peeve, though, early on was whenever they would come on TV, Dr. Sanjay Gupta would come on CNN. This is what he would say. He'd go, whatever you do, do not touch your face. And as soon as he say that, I get an itch right there. Like, you son of a bitch. I was doing okay, but now I got an itch. What am I supposed to do with that itch? Anyway. I don't know. Is this thing over? Has it ended, you guys? Brad, has the pandemic ended? Because every time I think the pandemic's over, Dr. Fauci shows up. Yeah. Every time. He shows up and he always, listen, if you got 1 shot, get 2. Get 3 shots. Get 4. Wear a mask. Wear 5 masks. Stand 6 feet, stand 18 feet. Turn your back to the guy. Don't look anybody in the eyes. You can get eye COVID. Is he mob? Is Dr. Fauci in the mob? I think he is. He sounds like, his name is Dr. Tony. Have you ever met a Dr. Tony? I've never met a Dr. Tony. Doctors are Theodore or Timothy or Sanjay, not Tony. I've never been at a doctor's office. They go, Dr. Tony, we'll see you now. How you doing? I'm Dr. Tony. What's your problem? I'll take care of it. What do you got? That's the guy. I love Dr. Fauci. I really do. I honestly think, by the way, I'm not saying he's mob. I'm saying that he knows people in the mob. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, as a kid, he was running around with other mob kids causing trouble. Then the big mob boss showed up and he was like, hey, yous run along. Leave Tony alone. And they were all like, why is that, boss? He goes, because he's going to amount to something someday. Like what, boss? I don't know, like the head of the CDC. I don't know. What am I? I'm a local. Anyway, he's head of the NIH. I don't even know what he's the head of. But all I know is I love Dr. Fauci. Every time he gets in front of Congress, that Jim Jordan starts talking trash to him. You know, Jim Jordan's one of these guys who doesn't even wears a mask with his nose out. You know, it's like, either wear it or don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is just a jerk. This is a jerk move, you know? And Jim Jordan says stupid stuff. Just one time I want Dr. Fauci, the mob within him, to just, you know what I'm saying? He loses his temper, just stands up. He go, hey, Jordan, Fauci me? Fauci you! That's what I'm thinking. By the way, I don't know how you guys are with the mask, because the mask mandate obviously got lifted. I thought a little too quickly, by the way. It was like 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. They're like, just stop wearing it. I go, I don't know if I trust that. I'm not sure. So I still carry mine in my pocket. So as I approach the person, depending on what they do, I kind of, I'm like, are we gonna? Do you want to? We can. It's like an old Western stand. It's like a gunfight. Like my hands are at my side. I'm like, are we gonna do it, or you want to go mask, or do you believe the election was real or fake? Real or fake? Real or fake? Let me know. Where do you stand? Where do you stand on this? Earth is round, flat. Round, flat. Where are we going with this? Listen, the point is, I got my vaccine. Did you guys, Brad, did you get your vaccine?
Oh, I pushed 90-year-olds aside to get it.
Good for you. I'm proud of you because I got mine. I got Pfizer. Okay, I got Pfizer. What'd you get, Brad?
Pfizer in February.
Steve, what'd you get?
I got the Johnson and the Johnson.
No.
The Johnson and the Johnson. I'll be honest with you, Brad, Steve, guys, I'll be honest. I try not to judge, but I judge. When people tell me they got Moderna, I go, oh, man, good luck to you. Or they go, I got Johnson & Johnson. I go, oh, you need better health insurance. Or they go, I got AstraZeneca. I go, when's the funeral? And the point is, we should all get it. I got it. It's all good. I got Pfizer. I don't care what you got. Get it. Because some people don't want to get it because they think they're going to put a chip in them. I go, who the hell do you think you are that the government of the United States is going to put a chip in you and find out what you're doing Tuesdays at 5? You know what I'm saying? You think the CIA is sitting around being like, I wonder what Timmy does on Tuesdays. By the way, if they put a chip in Timmy, you know how disappointed they'd be when they found out Timmy just sits on the couch all the time? You know what I'm saying? They're sitting there going like, he hasn't left the couch for 2 weeks. What are we going to do? Look, and I'll leave you with this. If you're worried about having a chip put in you, it's too late. They've already done it. It's called your phone. They know where you are. And if you don't believe me, just try buying a pair of shoes on your phone. See what happens. Guys, I bought a pair of Pumas a year ago. Now, every time I turn on my phone, it asks me if I want Pumas. Doesn't matter what app. I'm on Safari. I'm scrolling down. It goes, you want a Puma? I go, no, thank you. I have a Puma. Few scrolls down. It goes, how about now? You want a Puma? I already told you, I don't want a Puma. Then I go to check in on American Airlines for my flight. It goes, you want a Puma? I go, what the hell is going on? Guys, I called my mom. I started talking to her. She goes, you want a Puma? I go, Mom, you too. Listen, guys, I'm Maz Jobrani. Thank you for getting me in and out. Have a great night, Steve, Brad, Drew. Namaste.
Bring me in, too. What, Steve? Bring me in. What the heck? So, okay, Maz, by the way, it's even worse because I thought the other day, I said, honey, let's go eat at Garcia's. I got in the car. It said on my phone, 7.5 minutes to Garcia's.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
And then it put on the Grateful Dead.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, Maz.
Thank you, Maz. Okay, let's hear it for him. By the way, I just tell you that I could have told Maz. We should have told him. Said he goes, oh, there's only like 13 people in the meeting. I said, usually we have 100. I don't know what the hell it is with him. All right. Well, that is fantastic, everybody. So okay, now let's do. That was fun and it was funny and he's famous and all. But now it's time for the real jokes, right? Well, you could be a little happier. So anyway, here we go. Joke number 1, everybody. So, New Jersey Congressman Donald Payne Jr. rolled out of bed and in a t-shirt and boxers and joined a Zoom meeting with his colleagues. Then, like most people, forgot to turn off his camera, stood up to reveal a too small Captain America shirt, a large protruding stomach, and striped boxers. Oh, man, I am jealous, said Jeffrey Toobin. Who remember? Oh, we don't remember. Okay. So Jeffrey Toobin.
You're chopping it up a little there, Brad.
What?
Your feed is not very good.
Uh-oh, you can't hear me?
Well, I can hear you, but you're a little in and out.
I am so sorry. I will talk.
Go like this.
And I'll get close. Is this better?
Well, sort of.
No. Okay, great. You hear the dogs barking louder than me. That's really great. So, okay. Here we go. So, Jeffrey Toobin, if you remember, by the way, he is back on CNN as a legal analyst after he was caught doing some unsanctioned polling during a Zoom meeting with the New Yorker staff. By the way, the New Yorker staff was horrified because he was also meeting with his own staff at the same time, if you know what I mean. So Tobin has apologized to everyone involved, but he's done this over the phone because they were a little hesitant to see him over Zoom, and no one is ready for that handshake.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is coming through. Okay. Hey, the Supreme Court has dismissed the most recent GOP attack on Obamacare, leaving tens of millions of Americans with health care.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Wow.
In a response, Mitch McConnell said, "You think you own a judge, and this." We bought these people. Okay. I'm really close today. Okay, so anyway. So Biden met with Putin on his G7 summit trip. The meeting was said to go actually very well, as they both said kind words about each other. Putin said actually it was refreshing to have to look up to the president again after 4 years of Trump on his knees. By the way, though, President Biden said it wasn't all diplomacy and advancements, and some firm words were exchanged. Biden told Putin strongly that there would be devastating consequences if his opposition leader, Alexei Navalny, died in prison. So shook Putin that he immediately called to have Navalny released from prison, sent to a hotel, and fed his special borscht.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, on the other side, though, Putin told Biden it was just fine if Ghislaine Maxwell were to be suicided. Okay. Because maybe he was on Epstein Island. I don't know. Okay. Well, that one didn't go well. Biden also, this is great. Biden met with a slew of leaders, even had tea with the Queen and the royal family. Isn't that exciting? At first, it was just the Queen, till Her Royal Highness said, "Oh, it's not the fat man," and the entire family came out. It's not the fat man. It's not the man who pushed me aside and walked ahead. Okay. Hey, in an act of bipartisan bonding, Vice President Kamala Harris invited every female senator to her house for dinner. They had a wonderful time of fellowship. They really did. And not to be outdone, Mitch McConnell invited every Democrat senator to bite him while he sets a free clinic on fire. I don't like Mitch. I think that's the point of this show. Hey! Now, a bit of really good news. Juneteenth is now a federal holiday. Come on, folks. President Biden signed the bill into law that commemorates the end of slavery in the U.S., marking the day, June 19th, when Texas finally freed enslaved people 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. Can you believe it? And in celebration of the new law, Texas Governor Greg Abbott promises to spend the next 2 years trying to stop black people from voting in any way.
Yes.
Sorry, too true on that one. Okay. Hey, Alice, Missouri has declared all federal gun laws invalid.
Of course, because it's Missouri.
That's right. Governor Mike Parsons said Missouri is lagging behind other states, and this law will bring back to #1 Missouri in mass shootings.
Yay.
They're lagging.
Yeah, we're working on it already in St. Louis.
Exactly. By the way, this new law will ultimately fail because you can't do unconstitutional things. Next up for Missouri, saying gravity just isn't for them.
How much are you doing constitutional things?
Down with gravity.
Down with gravity, damn it.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, hey, this is really exciting. For the first time next year, women will have their own Tour de France. First time. Yes. Since the 1980s, women have been racing with the men. Now, some men are incensed. These broads will come crawling back when they have to do their own blood transfusions, said Lance Armstrong. That's what he did. They would Okay, this one's gonna be rough. Are you ready?
No.
Good. Here we go.
Need to floss first.
Okay, no. 14 Republicans voted against making Juneteenth a federal holiday, saying, "Why would we be for this when we were against freeing them in the first place?" Too much, Carla? Too much? Lena, are you sad you came? Okay. Oh my gosh. In huge news, oh my God, this is so big. Lala Anthony files for divorce from Carmelo. Wow, this is amazing. I have no idea who the hell those people are. Man, am I old. So the big news, by the way, is that Lala Anthony is the wife. That's the female. I didn't know that. I know. I would date a Carmelo anytime, man or woman. I'm telling you right now. So.
Carmelo.
Okay, Carmelo. I guess he's a footballer. I don't know. I had to look it
Basketball.
up. Basketball? Well, look at you, Alice. You know who Carmelo is. Okay. Oh, this one is controversial. And there's only one more after it, so y'all be thrilled. In the DC Universe adult animated series Harley Quinn, they have been told to cut a scene where Batman performs a sexual act on Catwoman that rhymes with Apolangus. Ooh, I know. The folks at DC said it was not appropriate for a superhero. And Harley Quinn said, yeah, and it's my show. If anyone's going to get Batusied, it's me. I went through a lot of iterations of words for that. I went with Batu.
Yes, you did.
And last, but certainly least, and Maz is so glad he's gone. Frank Bonner, remember him?
Yes.
Yeah.
He played Herb Tully on WKRP in Cincinnati. He has died at the age of 79. It's very sad, very sad. We all remember that show. Les Nessman actor Richard Sanders said, I could have sworn he could fly.
The humanity.
Oh, the humanity. Turkeys. Okay, well, that was how I spent my day. Steve, what about you?
That's so close.
Where's Steve? Replace Spotlight with Steve. Hi, Steve.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, Steve.
How about it for Brad? When you tell the controversial jokes, we want to laugh and clap, but we don't want to sound like we approve of the things you're making fun of.
Okay.
I would say that joke that ended with, why would we be for this if we were against freeing him in the first place? I think that was a perfect joke. Well done.
Okay, good.
All right, time for a top 10 list. Now, this is an interesting one. This is very interesting because for the past year on this show, I've been saying that we want to bring back the top 10 list because Colbert's doing his show from his garage in his underwear. Well, Colbert is back. As of Monday, they are doing the show once again for a live audience in the Ed Sullivan Theater, which is wonderful. But it's kind of screwing up my whole intro to this segment every week. So tonight's top 10 category is top 10 surprises in Stephen Colbert's return to the Ed Sullivan Theater.
All right.
Ah.
Hey.
Let's jump right in, shall we? Yes, we shall. Number 10. Ed Sullivan was the first guest.
Wow.
All right. Number 9. Stephen barely recognized Paul in the band.
Oh.
Number 8. The audience was 90% Labradoodles.
Ooh.
That doesn't mean anything. I just like saying Labradoodle. Number 7. 90% of the commercials were for Milk Bones, Mailman Repellent, and the bestseller Butt Sniffing for Dummies in hardback. Don't make any sense at all. Number 6. Matt Damon got bumped.
Ah.
All right. It doesn't matter. Number 5. Matt LeBlanc got bumped. Number 4. Matt Gates couldn't get in because his date's mom said it was a school night.
Oh.
Hey.
All right, fine. Number 3. Jay Leno showed up to host, then he retired and Conan took over, then Conan got fired and Jay took over again while Ricky Schroeder threw up.
Perfect.
All right. Number 2. The monologue barely mentioned the mango mayor of Mar-a-Lago. That was surprising. And the number 1 surprise in Stephen Colbert's return to the Ed Sullivan Theater. Neither Brad nor I was invited.
Oh.
That is quite a surprise right there. Oh. And
What gives?
I know, end on a sad note. I can't believe it. Steve Goody, everybody. Clap.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You know, we're going to zip through this show tonight because we've got such an amazing... Look, I know we have a special appearance. Look, I'm going to add... It's Carla Ulbrich. I think she's over there.
Hello,
We'd love to see you,
friend.
Carla. We have missed you, and we're very excited for this song. And am I hurting things by saying you're going to have a helper for this song?
I hope to. I think he's in the wings.
Is he
This
in the
is
wings?
something maybe if we ever make it out of the day job by 5 on a Wednesday, maybe we can do this on your show because it's about trying to communicate. Okay,
Oh, look,
here.
look,
Thank
there it
you!
is. I'm going to get rid of me, and it's all you.
All right. It's about trying to communicate with someone who you don't really have much in common with. The duet with a Klingon. I say potato and you say I say tomato and you say potato, tomato. Let's call the whole thing off. I say pajamas and you say I say bananas and you say pajamas, bananas. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh,
Klingon called the Jatala!
what?
The Jatalina! I measure shook.
I cannot speak Klingon.
Shazbear!
No idea what you're
The
saying.
shark
I
bear!
don't care.
We got to make me
Oh,
out!
hush, we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay, here's the part where the Klingon tap dances. Or not. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And
Ah! Big eggs, big goosh! Big egg!
God, don't you know any English?
Surrender or die!
Okay. You say,
Juke!
I'll say, okay. And you say,
Kaibe!
no problem.
Dup!
Whatever.
Snoop Juttle!
What? Better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off.
Jawilush.
Yay!
What?
All right, that was the actual Joe.
Amazing too. I understood everything he said because I liked it.
We did. It's authentic Klingon.
It is. It is.
Yes.
But not the actual words tomato and tomato and stuff like that, though.
No, it's a parody. Well, actually, yeah, it is. It translates. It goes, I say potato and you say potato, but it's in Klingon.
But it's Klingon. It's not potato and tomato.
But it's potato. Nach is potato in Klingon.
No, it's always much funnier if you explain it.
That's my rule on jokes. Yes, definitely explain it. By the way, Steve, after you gave Brad such a hard time, then you did your Matt Gates thing, which was another thing that's like, I'm going to clap, but...
I wasn't giving a hard time. I was sincerely enjoying the jokes.
Oh. Yes, but it was the same thing. It was like, oh, that Matt Gates thing was funny, but oh.
Here's my point. My point is, he said the same word in Klingon. He didn't say tomato. He said tomato in Klingon. You said tomato, as did he.
That's true.
Aha. So
that's like that old joke where the girl goes to the audition and she's like, I say tomato and you say tomato. They're like, okay, next.
I believe Christopher Walken did that on SNL.
He did. I think that's true. Okay, let's hear it.
Hello, Brad.
Oh, wait, I was going to me, not her. What's going on? Me. Yay, me. Hi, everybody. Hey, so you know what? I could not be more excited because how much have we missed?
Very much.
This guy.
So much.
Oh, everybody, you look really healthy. Are you healthy?
Me? Yeah.
Yes. Nach. You look healthy.
I feel healthy.
Oh, okay. Well, you also look stoned. Have you been smoking pot?
No, I just said I had my act all ready to go, and now you're throwing me off by not just introducing me.
Oh, well, that's not how... Have you ever been on the show before? We've always done it that way. Okay, Jeff Shaw.
Sorry, I gotta go to dinner with Maz and his wife.
Okay, go. Jeff Shaw, everybody. Jeff Shaw.
Oh, good intro. Hi, everybody. Did you miss me?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be back, and it was so cool to be on the show with Mraz. I'm a big fan of his. And I think that the main goal of almost every comedian is to appear on late night television. And because until then, nobody takes your career seriously. Comedian, huh? Have you been on Conan? No, but I've spent the last 30 years touring the country. Oh, great. Congratulations. Have fun with that little hobby of yours.
Excuse me.
I stayed in an Airbnb recently, and the owner said, comedian, huh? Haven't seen you on TV. Are you any good? I said, good enough that I don't have to rent out my house to pay the bills.
Oh!
Let me rephrase that. Good enough that I don't have to rent my parents' house out to pay I'm going to start doing that to people I meet. Are you married? No, I'm a bachelor. Yeah, well, I haven't seen you on the show. Are you sure you're not gay? Then again, if you were gay, you would have been on last season.
Oh!
Good one.
Hey, nice to meet you. What do you do for a living? I'm a teamster. Yeah, well, I haven't seen you on Ice Road Truckers or Mud Mountain Haulers. Can you drive a stick?
Yeah.
Or all rise in the courtroom for the Honorable Theresa Williams. Girlfriend, you ain't no Judge Judy. You want to put me on trial, sister? You must be coming on the TV after Steve Harvey on weekdays. And it's really hard relating to your relatives. They don't take you seriously at all if you haven't been on TV. So, Jeff, you've been doing comedy for the past 3 decades. Have you ever thought about doing the Tonight Show? No, I haven't. Where have you been all these years? Wow, I sure am glad I decided to spend Memorial Day at your house because this will be a game changer. Now, I finally had a chance to appease my relatives. I taped my first national network TV spot last March on March of actually 2020 for America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Yay. And for those of you who are thinking, but Jeff, how come we didn't see you on America's Got Talent? Please don't get ahead of me in the story. So one of the producers of America's Got Talent, one of the talent producers, saw my dry bar comedy special, called me up and said, I want you to be on the next season of America's Got Talent. I said, oh, thank you. And she said, your weird look and goofy voice are perfect for the show. And I said, thank you. The cool thing is, I got the news while driving down the 101 freeway in Hollywood. Let me rephrase that. I got the news while I was inching along in bumper-to-bumper traffic along the 101 freeway in Hollywood. And talking to a TV producer while driving through Hollywood is like talking to a burning bush while hiking Mount Sinai. Moses, you are the chosen one. Have your people call my people, we'll do lunch. And the thing is, when I hung up the phone, I was so excited. I couldn't wait to start telling people I was going to be on America's Got Talent. In fact, I contemplated speeding just so I could tell the cop.
Oh,
no.
Do you know how fast you were going? Do you know who's going to be on the next season of NBC's hit talent show, America's Got Talent? And, hi, welcome to Chick-fil-A. What would you like today? A double order of waffle fries to celebrate being on the next season of America's Got Talent. Would you like a beverage with that? Whoa, hold on. Let me get through the audition round first. So the funny thing is, it took 3 months to find out that I was finally picked for the show officially. And I got the news in Cleveland, Ohio at the Masonic Temple Auditorium while hanging backstage at a Brian Regan concert. And I got the text and I was so excited. I said, hey, Brian, I'm going to be on the next season of America's Got Talent. And he said, wow, Jeff, that's great. Let's talk about this later, because right now I'm going to go on stage in front of 3,500 people who saw me on one of my 40 Tonight Show appearances or 50 Letterman appearances in a 3,500 seat theater. And after we're done, maybe you can help me get in front of Howie and Simon and do 2 minutes and show America I've got talent too. I got lots of talent. And as you can see, that was the worst Brian Regan impression in the history of impressions.
Terrible. That was terrible.
But I wound up doing the show, America's Got Talent, on March 5th, 2020, just as fun things were brewing on the horizon for America and show business. And when I got there, I found out that in the first audition rounds, they don't do your hair or makeup. You have to do your hair or makeup yourself. Now, I don't know if that's for everybody, if they just looked at me and thought, Jeff's got this. So I went to the Target down the street from the Pasadena Civic Center, and I was looking for makeup, and fortunately, there was a nice lady in the makeup aisle, and I asked her to help me. And I said, now, just so you know, I'm not a weirdo or anything. I'm buying this makeup because I'm taping an episode of America's Got Talent down the street tomorrow. And she said, oh, that's wonderful. What's your talent? I said, drag queen. So the next day, I spent all day doing the interviews and all the background stuff. And I was supposed to tape my set in the evening. And I was supposed to have time to eat dinner, take a shower, redo my hair and makeup. And they came backstage in the early afternoon and said, 5 minutes, Mr. Shaw. I said, what are you talking about? I'm not supposed to tape to this evening show. And they said, oh, well, everybody heard how funny you are, and they wanted to skip you right ahead to the first show. And I thought, that's how you lie to somebody in Hollywood. Great job, kid. So I go backstage, and I'm wearing the suit that you saw me wearing, my Dry Bar Comedy special on my website, and Terry Crews is waiting for me. He sees my outfit, and he goes, yo, dog, where'd you get that pimpin' suit? And I was like, come on, player. You know a pimp don't give away his pimping secrets, yo. That's a fine slab of haberdashery you're wearing there, cousin. Hey, you and I could start a boy band. We can call ourselves Wrong Direction. I'm going to love it. So now Terry's laughing. The producers are laughing. They're like, oh, we got that. We got that. They thought it was awesome. And after we taped that, they go, oh, we've got such great footage of you backstage. Have a great set. I walk out on the stage. They don't introduce you. They don't say your name. And there's this melee going on about the previous act. People are arguing, screaming. The crowd's yelling at Simon. And I'm standing there like an idiot. And because I was supposed to do the evening taping, not the afternoon taping, they asked me the wrong pre-planned and practice interview questions.
Oh.
Yeah, they said, okay, Jeff, is it... what's the worst show you have ever had? And I said, well, I sure hope it isn't this one. And your reaction would be the reaction I expected at the taping.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Instead, the cicadas came out a year early.
Oh.
And then I picked up because I had canned responses for maybe any question they might ask me, except that one. And so Heidi said, what do you want out of America's Got Talent? And I said, well, I'm only here to get some free hair care tips from you, Heidi. And she smiles and blushes and laughs. And then Howie goes, I got some for you too, Jeff. And Simon goes, okay, start. And so I start doing my act, and I destroy, I kill. 2,000 people in the Pasadena Civic Auditorium are laughing their heads off. And I am just plowing through my act, applause break after applause break, until I hear, and I look in Simon, and he's got a big red X in front of him. And I'm like,
oh no!
Yeah. And then Howie stands up on his desk and goes, keep going, keep going. Heidi stands up clapping, keep going, keep going. And they turn around and they get the audience to chant, keep going, keep going. So I do my closing bit and I get a standing ovation. All 2,000 people stand up. It's thunderous. And even Simon is looking around going, and it takes about a minute for the applause to die down. And Howie goes, that was amazing. Now, Simon, why did you buzz Jeff? And Simon said, well, I would much rather prefer to listen to the sound of my buzzer than the sound of his voice any longer.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
And the audience starts booing Simon, just boo, boo. And he's looking at the audience and I go, hey, Simon, don't listen to them. I'm in a relationship. I'm used to people telling me to shut up. And he laughs and he claps for me. And then Heidi goes, everybody knows I'm not the biggest supporter of comedians, but I think you're great. Yes, all the way to Hollywood. And Howie goes, you're one of the best comedians I've ever seen. You're going yes to Hollywood. And then it was Sofia Vergara's brand new, it was her turn, brand new host for season 15 judge for America's Got Talent. And it was her second taping. And she said, oh, you speak too fast for me. I can't understand what you're saying. fast? Why you speak so fast? You know, I'm not from this country. English is not my first language. You want to speak so fast so I can understand you. And besides, you know, I don't watch comedy. I don't know about American comedy. I don't watch comedians. I'm not a big fan of comedy. I don't know what comedy is supposed to be. And so I say, well, I sure wish you would put that down on your application for the job.
Oh.
And the next thing I see is a big old pair of Venezuelan boobies cannonballing for the buzzer. 2 minutes later, I'm backstage in a daze, wondering what's going on. And then I look up and I see a half dozen TV cameras in my face. And Sofia Vergara is walking by because I was the last act and she's with her entourage. And she walks up to me and go, you know, people shouldn't boo me. I am the judge. I get to judge and nobody else can tell me how to judge. You can't tell me how to judge. Howie can't tell me how to judge. I'm the judge and I'm going to judge how I want to judge. And you can't tell me how to judge. Nobody can tell me how to judge except me because I am the judge. And I said, Sophia, you're an American treasure, whether you were born in this country or not. You're one of the funniest comedians on TV. I'm a huge fan. I was trying to make you laugh and bring attention. I would never insult you or try to make fun of you. You're one of my new comedy idols. And she looked at me and goes, okay, and walks away. And then I looked to my left and standing 4 feet from me is Howie Mandel. And he's going, you are a funny young man. You don't listen to her. You don't listen to Simon. You don't listen to anybody. You listen to those 2,000 people who were standing on their feet, chanting your name and applauding your comedy. You are an accomplished master comedian. You can headline any comedy club in North America. And I said, well, how about Howie Mandel's comedy club at the Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City? He said, don't push it, kid.
Oh, wow.
Now, there's an interesting coda to this story. The shutdown happened like 2 weeks later or a week later. And then about 4 months later, after my taping, after getting buzzed by Simon had a horrendous bicycle accident, and he broke his back. And that was a recreation of his dog calling for an ambulance. So he hurt his back, he broke his back, and a lot of people have said to me, hey, Jeff, do you think that Simon breaking his back in that accident was karma for buzzing you on America's Got Talent? I said, of course not. I would never think that. I'm a big fan of Simon's. I know it's just shtick. I agreed to be on the show. I know what Simon's like. He's an amazing producer. And if things didn't go my way, I'm not going to wish him any bad will. But what I will say is that was the worst performance on a bicycle I have ever seen. Thanks for listening, everybody.
That's it, Jeff Shaw, everybody. Amazing story. And by the way, it's now midnight, so good night, everybody. It's been Jeff Shaw, looking good, good teeth. Your hair's shorter. You got your hair cut?
Yes.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
You always have good hair. Okay, so I'm replacing. Wait, Igor, where are you?
I'm right here. What do you need?
Igor, bring yourself in.
I'm here.
Igor.
What do you want?
It took you forever. Why did I hire you?
To get Jeff Shaw to shut up. Also, yes, because I'm Igor to please.
Oh, that was bad. Igor. By the way, I had a hunch about you. That's what I had. I think we should see how things are in the cemetery. What do you think?
Let's do it. Are you ready?
Yes.
Everybody ready?
Hershey's, Reese's, Snickers,
Twix.
Master, I brought the shovels. Good, Igor, good. We have much work tonight. Oh, and I brought your earmuffs. Yes, Igor, yes. It gets cold at night in the cemetery. And did you bring my latte? Yes, Master. Skim milk, true splendor. Good, Igor, good. Let's get started.
We dig in the earth
The graves must be new.
The flesh not too rotten.
The maggots must be few.
I found a good heart.
I've unearthed 2 good legs.
A lung, a liver, an arm.
An egg?
We'll spend the night searching eerie wings all around, digging for fresh pieces 6 feet underground.
We hunt for limbs and organs. Torches flicker and they shine.
Parts for Frankenstein. When all the parts are collected,
add brain, spleen, and face.
To the hardware store for bolts.
Screw them tight into place.
Frankenstein is ready.
Now to bring him to life.
I wonder if this works. Should we make him a wife? Some say this work is evil. You never play with life and death. But I'll prove it isn't over when you take your final breath.
The pieces are in place. The storm is at its height.
Our parts for Frankenstein will come alive tonight. Oh, yes, Igor, yes, raise the platform. Raise. It's time. It's time.
Well,
hook up the electrodes.
Plug them in the wall.
Turn on the juice.
Hope his heart will not stall.
Buzz.
Sizzle.
Yeah. He's alive. He's awake. Some say this work is evil. You never play with life and death. But I'll prove it isn't over when you take your final breath.
The pieces are in place. The storm is at its height.
Our parts for Frankenstein have come alive tonight.
He looks awfully hungry.
I hope we're not cake.
No, we're toast.
Ah, Igor, why did we just do that song?
You tell me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, now, tomorrow, until January, until June 27th,
Make me panic.
at the Brighton Fringe, live streaming every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, doing the entire...
No, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Central Time.
You're right, Pacific Time, 11 a.m., 2 p.m.
That's why you hired me, because you screw up all the time.
I screw it all up. But I tell you right now, go to ultimatehalloweenparty.com to get your ticket. You need 1 ticket. It's like $7 and everybody watches. Everybody, anybody you can get in front of the screen watches. You have to come. We're doing an amazing job. The show is fantastic. Everybody applaud who's seen the show.
Woo! I have not yet. I'm going to see it this film.
See, that's right. Alice is coming very soon. So please come to the show. We are having a ball, and it is really going great. Okay, so that's enough of that. Say goodbye to Steve.
Goodbye, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Oh, no, say hi, Steve, because I'm putting him up first.
Oh, hello, goodbye.
Now
Steve.
coming back to me. Okay.
Hey, I want to tell you my story about Simon Cowell. Hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, you know what? Jeff, are you here still? Did you leave?
No, I'm here.
Okay,
Here,
so...
but you're a little frozen.
Oh, God, I'm frozen. You're right, I'm frozen. Am I still frozen?
You're
Okay.
thawing. Let me hook up the electrodes. Hang on a second.
The electrodes.
Clear!
Clear! Oh, no, I'm still freezing. Loosen me up. Loosen. Can you hear my voice? How's that sound?
Yeah, I can hear your voice.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hear my voice. Okay, so anyway, now I look terrible. So, Jeff, I don't know if you know my story. I went and did Britain's Got Talent. I auditioned, and they moved me to the semifinals immediately. Go to the semifinals. So I go to the theater, 2,000 people. What's his name? Simon Cowell is there, and English people, I don't know. And I'm so excited. And then they look at my passport, and they say, you didn't get your passport stamped correctly. Your immigration is wrong. We're driving you to the airport right now and putting you on a flight to Rotterdam, and then you'll fly back. Well, there was only 10 minutes to get off the plane, go out, come back, go through immigration, get back. It was never going to happen. So they bring me back to the theater. Lawyers are talking. We're all talking. Finally, they said, you can't go on stage. You can't go up. Can't go on stage.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
I know.
And
Is that
it's
amazing?
terrible.
And then Simon Cowell said, hey, well, I didn't like it anyway. Yes, you are. So anyway, okay.
Hey, I did Transylvania's Got Talent.
Oh, good. What's your story?
Well, they said I wasn't their type because I'm B positive.
I know you seem a little O negative to me. I don't know. So, okay, let's see if I'm back. Okay, am I moving? I'm moving. Good.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a great show. By the way, let me remind you, if you have not donated to this show in the last 6 months, this is your time right now. Go to virtualcomedyshow.com. Give us money, and because we owe Maz Jobrani $33,000 for coming out today. I don't know if you knew that, but he costs a lot of money. So, okay, are you ready? We're going to do the worst joke of the week, have the Thursday song, say hi to everybody, and bye to Facebook. Here we go. The worst joke of the week. Okay, so by the way, we do applaud the new federal holiday celebrating June 19th. One more applause. But in the wake of this, 20 states are trying to create legislation barring schools from teaching about slavery and racism. 20 states. The states instead want to change their They want to change their curriculum to shh. You get a Monday off in June, dummy. Shut up. Okay, that's the end of the show. Let's hear it. Thursday song.
Have a very merry Thursday. It's a special time of week when Thursday bells are pealing and life no longer seems so bleak. Let's open up our presents and carve our Thursday goose and wait for Father Thursday to arrive upon his moose.
You know, we tried to incorporate all the wonderful family traditions that people associate with Thursday.
Thursday comes but once a week, but do not shed a tear, 'cause there are more than 50 Thursdays packed in every year, and every single one of them is full of mirth and glee. So stuff your face and break some wind and join the reverie. Have a very merry Thursday. Put on your orange fez and decorate the Thursday tree with Milk-Bone, Spam, and Pez. Once you've curled your mustache and donned your Thursday clothes, I'll catch you 'neath the mistletoe and punch you in the nose. Merry Thursday, Merry Thursday.